We can start however we want.
Well, hello.
Howdy, everybody. How we doing? We're currently sitting here watching.
Yeah, well,
AEW.
I'm gonna be distracted and just I will be talking and conversating, but I will be distracted, and you'll be able to tell.
We kind of wanted to try something new, a little bit of a live reaction, but this show is the first show following AEW Revolution, the pay-per-view last Sunday.
It's the Fallout show.
The Fallout show, as they call it. And so far, it's honestly been really interesting. I think John Moxley listened to the podcast because he literally said word for word everything that I said about that and more. The Impact paid for the whole event, I guess.
Impact paid for the whole event. Eddie Kingston said, I felt the burns.
You know, his hands look pretty clean to me.
Yeah, his hands. But the scars on his hands, he did not get from playing video games.
Probably not. I'd hope not.
Definitely not.
I mean, I have a scar on my hand from playing a video game against you.
What?
You know, it's the building of a scar. You remember when we were playing Dragon Ball, and when you do any sort of special move, you gotta just hold on. I got a video game controller right here. So imagine this and just the circular motion.
Let me put the microphone down and show y'all little sissies here real quick.
Don't break my controller. Yeah, that annihilated my hand. Annihilated.
But see, I'm not going.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it.
Don't deball my controller like you did your PlayStation controller.
Well, that's why I have that. That's why I have that Afterglow one, because it works well. It takes all the damage. I'm a big beefy dude. I needed a big controller for my hands, and that just wouldn't break.
That does do it does justice for you. But so, as everybody who has so far listened to our previous episode, they know I fell asleep during AEW Revolution for purposes beyond the control of the night.
Other than you can't hang?
Yeah, I couldn't hang. I spent all my energy the night before, that Saturday. But, so I've taken the time, I've done my due diligence.
Which everybody, I just want to say that everybody else that was kind of sitting here watching this kind of stayed up to see it as well.
Yeah, but I don't, you know.
You don't what?
Control my body's regulated. When I need to fall asleep, you know I fall asleep.
I know you do. And
when y'all started laughing at me the first time, I was like, yeah, I already know I'm done. I'm just gonna try and prolong it as long as I could, but it didn't work. So
ridiculousness, but
so I don't want to stay on this topic for a whole lot of time, you know, because we got a few things onto the podcast on Tuesday. You got the live reaction of me finally seeing the end of the John Moxley match, so I went back and rewatched that.
Well, it was just I guess this episode was just supposed to be what your overall thoughts on it were.
And I'm gonna get there. I just gotta, you know, I gotta touch on things and.
Touch on what?
All the things, man. I got to touch on the imaginary barbed wire that was in the ring. The imaginary C4 that was supposed to be in the ring.
I mean, it was definitely... Okay, so hold on. Are you just jumping right into that match?
I didn't want to, but you know,
well, you
drew some things out of me.
I did what?
You drew some things out of me. I really wanted to start with the ladder match because that was the match that I was super excited for.
Yeah.
However, as I said in the previous match, you had the bronze ring that kind of threw me off.
I wasn't thrown off.
The individuals in the match, they put on a really good match, though.
I saw once Booker T grab a crate that was hanging above the ring, and it was supposed to have the world's title in there. The box bottomed out, and the world title fell on the ground. So that's not the most ridiculous thing that I've seen, dealing with going and climbing and grabbing objects.
Well, I mean, that's good. And it happens. But that's not
Judy Bagwell on a forklift match.
That's not the end all be all for me, dog. So there was a couple spots in there that were they were done poorly. There was a couple things that I was looking at, like they had thrown the ladder, right? So they literally just took they brought in, what was that, a 15-foot ladder, and then one of the two. What you got? Who's the individual in this match right here?
All Ego Ethan Page.
So he was on one side of the ring, or on one side of the ladder, and then the wannabe John Cena was on the other side of the ladder. And the wannabe John Cena literally tipped the ladder over, right? So it was sitting over in the corner of the ring, and that's probably one of the most dangerous things you could ever do in the match. Just have
what is to tip it over?
Just have a ladder leaned up, opened up, taking up a whole quarter of your ring when you got
but I mean
7 other dudes or 5 other dudes in there.
Yeah, but same. Oh shit.
Yeah, that was brutal. That was real brutal. He's all ego.
What was I just
come
about
on,
to say?
come on, you got it.
It was something
They
about
pushed over the ladder.
It was something about the ladder leaning over. I mean, that's just kind of. I don't know, man. That shit happens all the time. I've seen it just like opened and whatnot.
I've seen it happen. It's just
All the time.
I don't like to look at it. But then you got Cody's missed opportunity with his cutter off the top rope with Scorpio Sky and the ladder. They totally messed that up.
But see, there's the thing about wrestling though. Nothing is going to go 100% to plan.
Well, yeah, sometimes things are going to go wrong.
Even like 90% as well.
But I've seen so many other ladder matches that have. I think the real thing is you spoiled me with good ladder matches right off the rip when you started introducing them to me. So I have a very high standard for the ladder matches that I have seen.
I have high standards for every wrestling match that I see. I like this match. I don't want to say I expect it to be a good match, but I expect to be entertained from it.
And I was entertained, but I was not sitting there thinking that was the best ladder match I've ever seen.
No, and that's.
But I'm happy with the results of what I got. They dictated it well enough to keep me entertained the whole time. They had good spots here and there, but there wasn't anything that was like super crazy that really stood out. That was like, OMG, that's the moment that stole the match.
No, but my stealing the moment match was when Penta hit a cut. No, not a cutter. That Canadian Destroyer, he hit that bitch on the ladder.
Yeah, that was sweet, but it's not like that. That would be the OMG moment from the match, but it's not like other matches that we have seen in prior instances through other companies also.
Right.
So for that match, that was my overall take. I was happy with who won. I'm excited.
I wasn't necessarily happy with who won, but I'll accept who won.
Hey, I'm cool with Scorpio Sky winning. I've seen him wrestle a lot now.
I've been liking Scorpio.
And he's somebody that I think will have a really good match with Darby Allin tonight when we get to it.
Yeah, but I wanted the Murder Hawk to win that bitch.
That would have been an interest. But as you saw, he came out and he's probably beefing with Sting now.
Yeah, he's gonna hurt Sting.
I am super interested to see what Jake the Snake Roberts and the Murder Hawk,
Lance Archer.
There we go, Lance Archer.
That boy called him Lance Storm the other day. I tried to keep in.
I almost did it again.
I tried to keep in my anger, but I was like, no, I can't do it because I know it was an accident. He just didn't know who it was.
I've only known him for
like a couple weeks. But I've known him this whole time, dude. Man, dude.
Everyone's turning on everybody now.
Well, no, all Ego's been like that, so that doesn't surprise me. But QT Marshall not doing shit.
Well, QT Marshall looks like he's about to turn against Rhodes and his little faction, so it's going to be an interesting
the Nightmare Family. It's deteriorating very slowly.
Yeah, it's all debacles here. But back on topic, I'm gonna get into the next match and my next thought process. So the cinematic match with Darby Allin, Sting, and then
Team Taz,
right? I understand exactly what you were saying, that was one of the best cinematic matches I've ever seen. Now, it wasn't terribly long,
No.
But there was action, consistent action everywhere. A lot of storytelling put into the match. They had a lot of cool spots. Oh, hold on. This is interesting. I'm going to turn this up a little bit. I thought he was broke.
Hold on.
He's so happy about a lawnmower. He got the whole dark order.
Dark Order's on there. Yeah, fuck you, 5.
Oh, man, he almost tipped that boy. Yeah, number 5.
Yeah, fuck you, 5.
We'll see you later. You gotta love Hangman Page for that one. That's hilarious.
Dude,
So
Dark
he
Order.
won the big money match. Phenomenal match. But I
Yes.
feel like I was awake during that one, so I think I may have touched on it in our previous episode. I'm not sure, but great match.
It was a good match. It
was a
just
great
showed
match.
just showed that Matt Hardy is basically
He still got it.
he is it. Dog.
Yeah, he's still got it. But back on the Darby Allin and Sting match. Sorry, we got interrupted because Hangman Page bought a new lawnmower. But so I think the favorite part of that match was the fact that Darby Allin got thrown through a giant glass, like what would you even call that, window?
Yeah, it was just like a window.
So he went through what, about the size of this couch standing up, maybe?
Yeah, honestly, it was about this right here. Just
I don't
about
know
the
if they can see the coffee
table.
table, but if you've seen our other videos, you know how big our coffee table
Yeah,
is.
it was about just because Darby Allin's not that big.
Yeah, he got thrown right through the table, and then through the glass, and the frame of the glass comes and smacks this man on his head, right? And I've never seen someone not react to something hitting them in the head.
You know, because that's
I've never seen it, right? Never. Until I watched this match, because he took that and literally, I kid you
just
not, he was
ate
like,
it. Just ate it. That's why I say, man, Darby is so underrated. Even though he's a TNT champion.
Yeah, that's
But-
real, and he did it on his own. He didn't want to join Team Taz.
Oh no, he wouldn't fit in Team Taz.
Hell no,
if I'm
he's like the weird kid. He's the only person that I can truly see him with is Sting.
Yeah,
Like, I don't think I could see him with anybody else.
that is the best person to be with.
For him, absolutely.
Dude, it's the
Like,
best person.
We've touched on that before in one of our previous episodes. I think that's a great pairing because they're both two individuals who are really good at their storytelling, and they are also phenomenal in the ring.
And I told you, Darby directed and produced. Well, he and Ricky Starks, they both had a hand in producing the whole match, which is
Phenomenal. I'd probably give if it was like a movie fight scene, I'd give that probably an 8.9 out of 10. In terms of a wrestling match, I'm probably giving it a 9.
I'm giving it a
9.5.
I'm giving it a 10.
I can give it a 10, but there would have been a couple more moves and spots that I would have liked to see. However, Darby Allin did jump off like a 15,
I was about to
20
say,
foot.
dog,
He dropped a mean.
onto
He must have
another layer that we don't even know how far down the actual
he
drop was.
right through.
Right through Brian
pallet.
Cage on just this random ass pallet.
Just on top of the middle of nothing.
Yeah. So
Oh, good old Tony Schiavone. He's back on the TV screen, everybody. Let me just finish up. Great match. Loved it. I'm glad that Sting and Darby Allin won.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
So
Are they talking to Christian?
yeah, Christian's
Okay.
about to come out.
All right, now you guys are going to get some live reaction to what Christian finally has to say since
Yeah,
he
because
was
that
signing.
boy came.
Uh-oh, not the cleaner.
Oh, the cleaner's coming out. Yeah, turn this up a little bit more.
Sorry. This might not be Christian. We were wrong.
Well, Tony Schiavone was talking about Christian, but this is real. I hate to say it, but this is kind of more important right now.
Will he confirm or deny that Impact paid for the explosives? Good Brothers are out there with him.
I guess we can talk about the match itself.
Don Callis.
Well, not right now.
Yeah, because this is the next match that we were gonna talk about, and that was the barbed wire,
exploding
barbed wire death
match.
Exploding for sure. You definitely need some quotations when you speak that into. That is more explosives than the actual barbed wire.
Man, like we said, Terry got it worse than
Terry. No.
Oh Lord, Terry,
move Terry.
Tell you, man, dude, I love Omega.
For a man who was in an exploding barbed wire death match, he sure does look good.
Oh, you got to look good.
It doesn't look like he has a scratch on his body anymore. Obviously, he's in a really nice outfit.
Yeah, he's in a real nice.
With a big old championship belt around his shoulders. Well, obviously, he's just outworking everybody. Come on, Don Callis.
Right.
Get to the point.
He's in the weight room.
Yeah, get to the point. Oh, so you call the shots.
Technically speaking.
He'll never not be the manager of Kurgan.
He'll never not be Cyrus the Virus for me.
Did you know Kurgan was in the Sherlock Holmes movie with Robert Downey Jr.? I just found that out not too long ago. Since I brought him up, I was so confused. That means Impact for sure. Okay, so they definitely had Impact pay for this shit. That's confirmed. We just heard it out of his mouth. Not confirmed or denied. They made history when they fucked over our explosions. That's what I'm getting from this. I guess they did look like some idiots laying in the ring expecting it to explode.
They turned that shit. They turned that shit so good. And that's ridiculous.
My real question is, do you really think it was planned? Because I mean, I'm truly into this. I think they did.
Oh yeah. See, yeah. You got the wrong motherfucker.
Yeah, you don't mess with an angry New Yorker.
You see, he's wearing Timbs, so he's pissed off.
He said he was stuck in 1998 earlier too. His hypocrisy knows no bounds, man. Why would you go out to the ring by yourself?
Because it's Eddie fucking Kingston. He doesn't give a fuck.
Damn.
See, that's the thing, though. That's not Eddie's moment, though.
Yeah, like I never would have thought that him coming out to try and save Jon Moxley at the end of the match would be his moment.
No, but I'm saying, like, what Callis is saying is that was his defining moment, like, of his whole career. Which is ridiculous.
Damn, they threw the clock up there for him. He said 10 seconds. They're Dude, they are clowning him.
Dude.
You got Don Callis. Kenny Omega just lays 69 in the ring, man.
Dude, he's about to.
Someone's about to get their ass beat. Let's get a street fight. Uh-oh, here comes Moxley. Right on down to the ring on cue. Gotta save the Kingston.
Dude, if they become a tag team, it's going to be bad for everyone involved.
I think it's more just gonna be a tag team to take on the Good Brothers and Kenny Omega, and not so much to try and take over. Uh-oh. Is Christian gonna join their squad too? He's had enough? He's coming straight for Kenny Omega.
Is there about to be a 6-man tag match coming up here?
Could you look? I'm all in. I'm all for it. All right, I am all for it.
I am here for this right here, right now.
Let's get Christian Cage teamed up.
Look, get him broke right on in. Throw him with Jon Moxley, Eddie fucking Kingston against the Good Brothers and Omega. Dude, I'm here for it.
That's a stealing of the show right there.
Dog, that's a
pay-per-view
pay-per-view main
match.
event right there.
What do you got to say? What do you got to say to the world champ? Whose shoes are in the ring?
Exactly.
Who lost their shoes?
Who the fuck lost their shoes?
You never know what you're going to get in AEW, man.
Exactly.
You never know what you're going to get. Some of the most wild wrestling.
This is low-key a dream match for me.
This is the match I didn't know I needed to see until I see it right in front of my face.
Exactly. This is Lowe's a dream match.
Are you gonna shake his hand? Come on, Christian.
Because like I keep saying, he doesn't get the respect that he deserves. Christian is a 2-time world heavyweight champion.
You know,
multiple times.
I didn't know that. Uh-oh, not the unprettier. Not the unprettier. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Saved by Don Callis.
So 2-time in WWE, he won the big gold belt. And then once he left WWE, well, that was on his second stint. Like his first world title run was in TNA. He won the NWA championship.
Uh-oh. Steal the belt, Christian. Now walk away. Take it and go.
Outwork everybody.
Take it and go.
Right.
You're just going to walk away without your belt? Damn, that's how you know Kenny Omega ain't a true champion. He didn't go back in there and try and claim his shit.
He doesn't give a fuck. I wonder whose shoes are those.
Well, we know they're not Sean. Sean.
Did you
Kingston.
almost just call him Sean Kingston?
I did.
Did I hear you say Sean Kingston?
I did.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, we got some good NBA games coming up tomorrow.
I'm here for
good
it.
Games. We're getting into it.
We're getting
into the second half of the season. But so we just saw Kenny Omega. And he took over Christian's spot time for a little bit. And then you had Mr. Kingston come on out. You had
Eddie Kingston.
Hey man, I'll get it.
Eddie Kingston.
Sometimes my brain just doesn't work the way that normal people's brain should work, okay?
Oh my god.
Cut me some slack.
Why do you just steal all my phrases and I just don't understand.
What phrase of yours did I take right there?
I literally say that all the time.
Say what?
That my brain does not work like any of y'all's or any normal individual's brain.
Come on, you can't claim that to be your own.
I say it so much. I'm not claiming it to be my own. I'm just saying, damn, dog. Can't you let me have something? Shit.
All right, you ready?
No, I'm not ready.
I'll steal a line from another person. I'm built different. All right, back onto the match. So the actual exploding barbed wire death match was underwhelming in general.
I don't want to say
However, the wrestling aspects of the match were phenomenal. I mean, how could they mess that up? That's two of the best wrestlers in the world right now.
Yes. It's like 1 and 2. Well, in the company.
For AEW, they're 1-2. I mean, we have personal favorites, personal people that we believe that could go against that that message.
I know.
But we voiced some of our discretions in the previous episode, so I want to try and keep this relatively down.
Well, I didn't. You're the one that didn't give your discretion. That didn't give your complete discretion. I said that the match was fine. It was just that the ending of the match should not have overshadowed everything else that happened in the match. And if you think about it from actual wrestling, like just like a pro wrestling standpoint, not a hardcore perspective, a hardcore wrestling perspective, it was a good match, like you said. But once you take...
You only remember the beginning or the end. The middle, people struggle to remember. Unfortunately, the middle of this match is where every basically good part was put in.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest disappointment about this match is it's not the C4 at the end, but the C4 in general and how it just kind of exploded smoke from the outside of the ring towards the outside of the ring.
Just like a a bottle rocket, basically, is what it was.
Yeah, I
They
don't
basically
feel
just put,
like there was
4 or
any
5.
true explosions or anything like
No,
that.
there weren't.
It was kind of weak.
Yeah, it was.
I was
It
really
was.
disappointed.
I honestly, my whole thought process with it is now after having a couple of days to, man, that's a big man. After having a
We
couple
know who
days
Justin likes to look at.
I'm gonna brush right past this because I would offend everyone if I just continue to talk about this. So, God, I forgot my train of thought now. Damn you. Oh, so you can't really.
My bad.
Excuse me. You can't really. I guess you can't necessarily blow people up how they were doing back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I understand you got to be safe.
And the way that they had the ring set up, it didn't really look like they had anyone like backed far away from the ring.
They didn't.
And the way now, if it would have been a no ropes, it probably would have been a little bit better.
Agreed.
But you couldn't just I guess in that situation, with the amount of barbed wire that they had, because it didn't look like they had that much, you had to leave the ring ropes on. So, and if you didn't, then it would look real ridiculous. It would be ridiculous if you didn't have it on there. Like if you had, back what ECW used to do was they had about 3, 4 fucking
was the ring ropes.
3, 4 fucking strips right here, 3, 4 fucking strips right here, 3, 4 strips right here, and then 2 going down in an X. Like it was covered in barbed wire. But it was just the ring itself. It also didn't take into consideration outside and yada yada yada. But I mean, if you go to Japan, it just seemed like they had barbed wire just laying around.
Everywhere.
So I don't know. I guess I wish that there's just some matches that I wish that I could plan, just because I feel like even with the things that we were given in that situation right there, I feel like I could have made a lot better of a match if I would have given some type of input in it. It wouldn't have been as much, but maybe just throw a couple more moves here or a couple more moves there. Now, the ending, as it's seeming right now, which it
seems like they planned it.
I don't want to say that they convinced us just a second ago that
convinced
was actually
me.
planned.
They convinced me. It was planned.
Yeah, and there was like reports saying that Kenny Omega's furious with AEW and all this other stuff, and just
gobbledygook.
It's basically what it is. And ever since the whole JJ Watt situation, well, even before that, but now with this JJ Watt situation, if you don't cite your sources or it don't sound, if it sounds basically too good to be true from what it seems like, it's not true. With all of the information that we have coming out and whatnot, but if just from a wrestling standpoint, like I said, they had a pretty good match, but
I don't know why I can't stop yawning.
I don't know neither. If they would have had like a couple more barbed wire fucking chairs or like something, like more bats,
they had 2 of those little sections of barbed wire on boards sitting outside the ring, but they only went through one of them.
Yeah, they only went through one.
And there was one paradigm shift.
Maybe if they would have, well, hell, I guess they couldn't have moved. Well, they could have moved it. I don't know. I just wish they didn't have Impact pay for the fireworks, man.
Yeah. Next time, do not have Impact pay for. They don't even make money, do they?
Yeah, they make money.
Not enough to pay for an AEW
obviously,
pay-per-view.
they're not gonna make a whole lot of money, but they got wrestlers. They got to be making some type of money. They got a TV show
on like a streaming platform.
It's on Access TV. You can You can get it, but you gotta get. I think you just gotta get the Disney.
You gotta get the special package.
I have it on here. Like I can watch it. I've been watching their past few. They're actually really good.
Well, that's good. That
I'm
makes me happy.
I'm just waiting for Moose to get the fuck out of there and just go somewhere else.
Maybe he'll come to AEW.
Well, so Kenny Omega is going to be facing the winner of Moose and Rich Swann, which one is the TNA World's Heavyweight Champion and one is the Impact Heavyweight Champion. It's an ordeal.
That sounds like it. Isn't it the same company? Just one's the older version and one's the newer version?
Yeah, but Moose is running around with the white belt from about 5 years ago, and Rich Swann is running around with the regular, like the one that they have currently.
Okay.
And Moose is treating the title like Taz treats the FTW championship.
So he's just throwing that boy everywhere.
Well, yeah, but no one's...
It's the legitimate title, and nobody's going to tell me otherwise.
Well, theoretically, the whole reason that Moose won that championship, but then like had to relinquish it for some reason, right? And then like Rich Swann won the championship, and he's like, "No, I'm the fucking champion." Rich Swann is like, "No, you
haven't had their
basically just said
yet.
you don't have this. you don't have
the
this,
unification.
right?" So now they got to have a unification match, and the winner of that match would face Kenny Omega, which I'm praying that it's Moose, because Moose and Kenny Omega had an interaction in the...
I need help.
I don't know.
I need air.
But they had
life.
I guess so.
Gonna have to step outside.
How do you not
I
have a
don't
life?
It's all work. Everything's work.
I work a lot too, man, but I have a life.
I got a life too. I'm just messing around. I didn't mean to interrupt
you. You said that like you did. You interrupted what the fuck I said.
Sorry for interrupting your message.
God damn.
But anyways, I'm not really sure who Moose. Rich Swann is a name I know of. But
well, you about to get.
I'll know more when they face Kenny Omega.
I'm about to get you hip to Moose immediately.
Right, so I'll get hip.
Homeboy was an offensive tackle for the New England Patriots.
Okay, that guy. That guy. I know who he is. I've seen clips and pieces on Instagram of some of his matches.
And that boy got cut, and he's like, dude, he's flying around like a cruiserweight right now. It's ridiculous.
That's dope.
It's bad.
I love when big people can fly.
Yeah.
That's why I love Keith Lee.
I would honestly take Moose over Keith Lee.
That's big words. Big words, but I know you feel that. I know you do.
I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it.
I know you feel it. Should we have an underwhelming ending to this one too? Just like the should we have Impact pay for our ending?
No, because they ain't gonna pay for us.
I mean,
they probably paid. They only had like $50.
Shit, do we have $50 for an ending?
I have $50. You have $50. So really, we got more money than they do.
Damn. You heard it here first. There's Layers to It has more money than Impact Wrestling. Thanks for joining us. If you like this episode, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and tell all your friends. All the social medias at There's Layers to It, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Come check us out. Thanks for joining us.